Hello everyone. Today we will learn about nutrition in animals. So let's see first of all what are the different processes that occur in the nutrition in the animals. The first one is ingestion. So it means when you just take the food in your mouth, that process is known as ingestion, and afterwards this digestion comes. Here breakdown of food occurs in smaller pieces. And then absorption, that means it's a process by which food in the soluble form passes into the body fluid such as blood. Okay, so here it mixes with the blood, okay, and move or pass into the body fluids. And next we have assimilation. So in this process nutrients are absorbed by the small intestines. Okay, so last one we have egestion. So egestion, that means the elimination, that means removal of the undigested solid parts of the food from the body. Next we have nutrition in amoeba, hydra and frogs. So first of all we talk about the amoeba. Amoeba is a unicellular creature that just engulfs the food. It does not have any body feature like no heads, no arm, no mouth. So how this takes its food? So let's see. So this is amoeba. So amoeba, it has irregular body structure, okay, and when it needs to have its prey, that means its food, okay, then it makes its appendages that are false food, so they are not the exact food or exact feet of this, okay, and these false feet, these are known as pseudopodia. So with the help of the pseudopodia it just engulfs its food and then it transmit its food in the food vacuole. Okay, so this is just a vacuole present in the inner lining of the amoeba, okay, and this food goes here and after the digestion it removes out from this particular hole or vacuole. Now move to our next creature, that is hydra. Okay, so this is simple multicellular organism and it has number of tentacles. So these long slender shaped tubes are called tentacles and these are just around the mouth of it. Got it? This is mouth of the hydra. Okay, and the tentacles, they just entangle small aquatic animals and then kill them. Okay, and then they just push into the mouth, and inside the body cavity the digestive juices secreted by the surrounding cells and help to digest food, and this is then absorbed through the cavity walls and assimilated in the cells. Next we have frog. So the frog uses its long sticky tongue to catch its insects. Okay, and frogs have well developed digestive system in which food is digested with the help of digestive juices. Next we have paramecium. So this is also a unicellular organism and it has a hair-like structure called cilia. So like in the hydra it was tentacles, but in the case of paramecium it has cilia. And hence further we have nutrition in spider. So what happens in the case of spider? The spider weaves a sticky web, as we know very well, and in which small insects, they just get stuck, and afterwards then it injects some digestive juices in the body of the insect and which digest the food parts of the insect, and thus the digestion of a spider's food actually take place outside of spider's body, and the spider then sucks up the digested food. So the next one we have mosquitoes. So basically the mosquito, it just sucks up the blood of animals with its proboscis. This long nasal like structure is called proboscis. Okay, and with the help of this proboscis it just snaps the animal's body and then sucks blood from the body of that animal. Got it? Even the houseflies also live on liquid food, and it uses its saliva to dissolve the food and form a solution. Then it sucks up the solution with the help of its feeding tube. This is feeding tube. Okay, and with the help of that, it just sucks the solution which is made by itself. And now this is a butterfly. So butterfly also uses its proboscis, but its proboscis is longer than the mosquito has. Okay, so this proboscis, it just helps to suck the nectar from the flowers, and then this nectar it takes as its food. Now we have the human digestive system. So this happens in a long tube called alimentary canal or gut, and it has some main parts. For example, the first one we have mouth, and then food pipe, and the another name of food pipe is esophagus, and then stomach, and then further small intestine, large intestine, and at the end we have rectum, afterwards anus. Okay, so these are the main parts of human digestive system. So the first one we have mouth. So let's see what happens in the mouth. First of all, ingestion occurs. So ingestion, that means to take food in the oral cavity. Okay, and afterwards here saliva is produced by the salivary glands, and this saliva it mixes with the food and becomes and makes it softer. Okay, and this process in which the small pieces of food mixes with the saliva, it is known as mastication. For chewing our food, we have teeth. So, if we talk about the early childhood, they have only 20 teeth, and this is known as milk teeth or temporary teeth. And afterwards, these teeth they just fall one by one at the age of 10, and then replaced by the larger, they are called permanent teeth, which are 32 in number. So this set contains 32 teeth. Okay, that means 16 in each jaw. So if we talk about the first four teeth, they are known as incisors. Okay, and basically these incisors are known as cutting teeth. Okay, and next we have two canines. Two canines, that means two in the each jaw. Clear? So these are called tearing teeth. Afterwards we have the four premolar teeth, and these premolar teeth they just help to cut the food or crush the food properly. Okay, and afterwards we have six molar teeth. So these are the teeth at the end of the jaw. Okay, and they are mostly known as grinding teeth. So here you can easily see the shape of the different four teeth. So the first one we have, these four are incisors, and this canines, and afterwards these are premolars and these are molars. Got it? The another main part of the buccal cavity is tongue that tastes the different kind of food. Okay, so earlier it was said that the tongue has four different taste buds in which each taste bud detects only single taste of the food. That means this area was for sweet, and this area detects salt, and this area detects sour, and at the last it gives a taste of bitter. But now it is said that each taste bud can detect all the tastes. So the next one we have digestion in stomach. So stomach, which is directly attached to the esophagus, which is known as food pipe, that is directly attached with the buccal cavity. Okay, and this stomach, it is just a muscular bag which just push food down your stomach in a wave-like action called peristalsis. Okay, this peristalsis, it occurs in all the, different parts of it, like it occurs in esophagus, it occurs in stomach, it occurs in large and small intestines to push the food to till the anus. So first of all, let's know the different parts of this. This is called esophagus, liver, gallbladder, large intestine, this one, and this is small intestine. In this rectum, this endpoint is anus, this is stomach, and this leaf-like structure is called and pancreas, and the last one we have anus. Okay, so these are the different parts of digestive system. So from here the food enters in the stomach, okay, from esophagus, and here by the action of peristalsis this process occurs in all the body, all the organs of it, okay, and then it comes or enters in the stomach, and here it stays for few minutes to few hours, and it depends on the different food that we take. For example, if the food is cooked, that means it takes less time for the digestion, and if the red meat is there, that means it takes lot of time to digest. And so afterwards the stomach, it pushes the food here in the small intestine, and in this intestine this secretes some juices that makes the food soften, okay, and this stomach and this pancreas, they also pour their juices in the small intestine, and this gallbladder, it stores some bile juices, okay, and this further goes here, and then it is given to the small intestine, okay, and after all this the bile breaks up fats into tiny droplets that can be digested and absorbed more easily, and the digestive juices then act on these tiny droplets to form simpler compounds known as fatty acids and glycerols. And the pancreas creates some pancreatic juices, and that changes starch into simple sugars and proteins into simpler compounds called amino acids. After the digestion in stomach, we have absorption in small intestine. So what happens here? The digestive food is then absorbed by the small intestine. That means and this small intestine, it has some finger-like projections known as villi. They just help to digest the food by increasing the surface area. This is the section of small intestine, and look at this, the finger-like projections, these are called villi, and this is the magnified view of this. After absorption, next we have assimilation. So what happens here? So glucose is just broken down in the cells with the help of oxygen into carbon dioxide and water, and it provides further energy, and this energy is used for making the amino acids, which is building and repairing the body parts, and this is called assimilation. This is the last process in this digestion, okay, in the nutrition, okay, and the last one we have, and at the end egestion takes place, that means the removal of undigested, that means the nitrogenous waste is removed by the large intestine, and afterwards it just reaches to the rectum, and after this rectum it passes out from the anus. So the last topic we have ruminants. So basically the ruminants, those who digest their food into two steps that are known as ruminants, and these can be the examples like a cow and buffalo, goats, sheep, okay, and how the digestion occurs here. So let's begin. First of all, the cow. For I'm taking example of cow. Okay, so this cow just takes food, and this further it goes here, which is rumen, the first stomach of the, yeah, or first chamber of the stomach. Okay, and afterwards it goes down here. This is reticulum. Okay, and here the food is partially digested, and this partially digested food, it comes back further to the mouth, and here then again this cow, it chews its food, and after that then it further goes here, and then it enters in the third chamber, that is called omasum. Okay, and afterwards, and from this omasum it goes here, the last chamber of the stomach, that is called abomasum. Okay, and from this abomasum it further digests completely here, and even this stomach, this chamber is known as the true stomach of the ruminants. Okay, and afterwards the nitrogenous waste, it just removes by the body through the rectum and then from the anus. Okay, this is happened in the ruminants. Okay, so students, here our chapter completes. In the next video we will come with our next chapter.